Now the weather is warming up and we're coming in hot. You like that?
Yeah.
It's a fully loaded Flame Central. Welcome into our studios. As you know, I'm Matt Warner. She's Emily Austin.
An update on Liberty's quarterback battle, Hall of Fame inductees, features from lacrosse and field hockey. What more can you ask for?
Nothing.
Oh, how about a top 25 team?
Oh, is that right? Yeah, let's start there. Earlier this week, Baseball America ranked Liberty 25th in the nation. The Flames coming off a series win over Jack State, handing the Gamecocks their first conference losses of the season. Now the Flames hit the road and continue building that at-large resume with the matchup at Duke. Now, one thing you need to know right away about this one, Nick Barone had himself a ball game. Yes, he did. And he got it going early in the first, a 2-run shot to give the Flames a 3-0 lead. Jump to the second. Kyle Vinston, Josh Campos, they were on the same page. It's back-to-back jacks. Liberty adds to its lead, now up 5-2. But Duke would respond. Liberty actually trailing 6-5 in the third, but Barone changes that with just one swing. Another 2-run shot. The Flames back out in front, 7-6. In the fourth, Duke's Michael DiMartini joins the home run parade. He ties it up at 7 apiece, but from there, it was all Liberty. The Flames scored 10 unanswered runs, and believe it or not, there was more from the bat of Barone. Not one, not two, yes, 3. His third blast of the ball game. First Flame to do that in the same game since 2022, and he takes the team lead with 8 home runs on the season. The Flames take down an ACC opponent for a third week in a row and continue to build their at-large resume. Flames win at 17-7. Liberty will now hit the road for the weekend, 3 games at Dallas Baptist.
Liberty baseball is officially on fire. The Flames have now won 11 of their last 12 games, so it's no coincidence that they've been taking over the Flame Central podcast presented by Ortho Virginia. It's been a while since we've had on head coach Bradley LaCroix, so we welcomed him back and talked about how he's grown in year 2, a little about developing players, and of course, we had some fun finding out what he's learned about this team, specifically the bullpen.
It took us 15 or 20 games to figure out who our guys were.
That's a lot of games.
It is. It is. Don't get
Trump would say, that's a lot of games, Coach.
I lost a lot of sleep.
You lost a lot of sleep over that, too.
They play a lot of games.
A lot of games.
And it was, we felt like going into the season, we had guys in certain roles. And it's different when the lights come on. I mean, it is. There's no doubt about it. But I think we're in a good place now where, Coop Harrington, who made some starts early in the year for us. He's kind of solidified himself as the closer, the back end, tied for the league and, in the conference, tied for the lead with 6 saves, and he's tough, he's competitive, he's embraced that role. And then Tyler August, Josh Swink, they've been really good for us. And Brandon Dahlman, who's coming off an injury, has really stepped up for us and added to be a really good arm. But we like where it's at. We play a lot of games, like you were saying, in a short amount of time. So we have to piece it together at times. But fortunate that we've got 2 horses that start in Ben Blair and Zayak that they usually go out there and give us 6 or 7 innings.
Yeah.
So that helps our bullpen depth.
Matt, I don't know if it's because you missed the podcast this week, but the ratings were off
Is that right?
the charts. No, I'm kidding. It was a double-dip show to make up for Matt's absence, so we had 2 guest interviews. Hear more from that conversation with Coach LaCroix, as well as future Liberty Hall of Famer and former kicker Matt Bevins. You can listen to the Flame Central podcast presented by Ortho Virginia wherever you get your favorite podcast, or you can watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel. To the gridiron, spring football is wrapping up its final week of practice. The big storyline and question mark continues to be who will be the Flames quarterback when they take the field against James Madison on September 5th. Jamie Chadwell hopes to have a starter decided on by the end of spring ball. However, there's no official word on who that would be at this point. Also, remember, Willie Korn is no longer on staff. Chadwell promoted Malcolm Dixon as the new quarterback's coach. While Dixon is new to that title, he's no stranger to this system or the staff. He actually played quarterback for Chadwell back at Charleston Southern. Earlier this week, Dixon discussed the ongoing quarterback battle, saying the 2 transfers, Deshaun Purdy and Jalen Henderson, are picking up the system well. Overall, the room still needs to work on some details, but he's happy with the attitude and competition between the 5 QBs so far.
It's been really good just to see those relationships being formed. And again, they understand, hey, we're competing with each other. All right. At the end of the day, it's one room. But when you see just the competition and seeing when one guy go out there and make a play, like say a Purdy go out there and make a play, and then you see Vasco or somebody, like they're excited about him making that play, and then the young guy and Jake, and he comes in, he makes a play, and everybody gets excited. The relationship piece has just really been the highlight of just seeing those guys really compete together. All right, we're not competing against each other. Like I say, we're competing together, and iron sharpen iron.
You'll see most, if not all, of those quarterbacks in action at the Spring Showcase this Saturday, April 18th. Gates open at 1 p.m. and practice kicks off at 1:30. Get out there and support this new roster. Plus, there's a ton of family fun with an autograph session, inflatables, a golf simulator, and more. The best part, the event is completely free. See you out there. Well, Liberty midfielder and captain Katie Colavito has racked up plenty of accolades during her time on the mountain. She was named the 2025 ASUN Midfielder of the Year and the ASUN Championship MVP. And the senior was just selected as the ASUN Offensive Player of the Week after netting 9 goals in just 2 games. But the reason why her teammates named her captain goes way beyond her talent on the field.
My dad had a huge role in my lacrosse career and just like growing in the sport. He always reminded me like hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And so that was like a phrase that stuck with me every day. And I was like, if I work hard enough, I will be able to compete at the next level. I grew up with 4 older siblings, and it was a big, crazy, loud, chaotic environment, but so much fun. I picked up lacrosse when my 2 older siblings, Andrea and Matthew, picked up a stick. It was kind of like the only sport I ever really like clicked to. As my sister and brother got kind of more competitive and matured in it, I definitely started to be like, oh wow, this is like a new sport. It's kind of uncommon in our area and it's growing. And so as soon as I picked up lacrosse, like that was the end of it. And it's pretty much been lacrosse since then.
Katie's had a huge impact on our team and me personally. We've had Colavitos in our lacrosse family for a long time. We had Andrea for 5 years, which was awesome.
Colavito goes top shelf. Liberty leads 4-0.
We would always train together when she would come home. And then when she would go back to school, I would just continue to do the things that we worked on together by myself. And then eventually, flash forward, we're here together. And it was super cool just getting to play on the field together. I felt like we had this like sister connection. When I scored my first career goal, she was the first person I ran to and we just hugged each other. We kept a really healthy balance of like, this was an outlet that's fun for us and we get to do it together and get to spend even more time together. But also like first and foremost, we're family and we're sisters. I would not have been able to get through my freshman year if it wasn't for my sister.
Katie's been able to kind of break through barriers, like her size barriers, just based off of how hard she works.
I think that everyone has specific God-given abilities and talents, and for some that's height, for some speed, strength, whatever it may be.
It's okay to be smaller, but you have to have something that separates you, and I think Katie's understood that from the very beginning.
While I'm not the tallest girl of the bunch, I feel like that's not really my focus. I feel like I try to focus on the gifts and abilities that God has given me.
But it takes a lot of effort to stand out in a different way, and Katie's really like put the time in and the energy into being successful and at what she can do.
I remember being at practice and coaches were revealing who was captain, and I heard my name called, and I was like, whoa.
She was named a captain last year, so to be a captain as a junior is really hard.
I always expect seniors or 5th years to be captain, and so that was kind of like a shock to me. I was like, wow. At the time, I just felt so poured into and so loved.
She's just really leaned into doing what's best for the team, and to watch her grow in those areas and just understand that, okay, I have to make this decision not about me, but what's best for everyone else.
The difference between last year's captaincy to this year's is just like, I saw what we did last year. We won our first ever ASUN championship. We went to the NCAA tournament, and like that was one of the biggest accomplishments our program has ever had. I got to be a part of such a special year, and like we're just gonna keep that rolling.
It has been really awesome watching her just put the team first and understand that it's a rocky road. There was a clip of her in the postseason press conference, I think, after we won, and she said, you know, there was never a doubt in my mind that we were gonna win the whole thing, and that's so special because That's really hard to actually do, and I think she's lived that since she's been here, and that rubs off on everybody else. Like, she's the type of player where you can look at her and you just know everything's going to be okay and we're going to win the game because she's going to find a way.
On the field, I think that it's important to still be having fun and like to bring the energy. And I feel like that's the kind of captain I am. I'm very lighthearted and goofy, and I want to make people laugh and people smile. And I think that bringing that light and that energy is just as important as saying the hard things and like being serious all the time. My captaincy is about helping people become better people and not just lacrosse players. Like, I want to leave an impact that's bigger than just lacrosse and skill and talent, and more of like an impact on their heart and their mind and their soul.
I'm so excited for her because these kinds of skills, like these are the ones she's going to take with her into the next chapter of her life and be really successful at whatever it is that she decides to do.
A great career for Katie Colavito. She has really helped that program take it to another level. All right, hey, you know who's taking the show to another level? Yes. It's Rhett McGibbon. He's here. Warm, hot, and fuego. Top player moment from the past week in Liberty athletics. Rhett, what do we got this week?
All right, I gotta set the record straight when it comes to warm, hot, and fuego right at the bat here, because I usually pick my individuals the moment earlier in the week. Right. So I don't want everybody out there thinking, did Rhett not see Nick Barone? Like, I know he's got a lot of gray hair.
I'm glad you got in front of this, Rhett, because yes, I would have probably said, what? Nick 3 home runs?
Right,
Can't
exactly.
crack the list.
Yeah.
Although this is a tough list to crack. Don't just expect to just get on just because he had one good game.
To my guy, Nicky B, trust me, you'll be on here next week. I will hold 3 home runs, the hat trick of home runs. Yes. You'll be on. It'll be in a week's time.
Okay, good. Yes. All right, so that being said, let's start with warm.
All right, Adele Slaughterback. Want to say that name 6 times fast. 400 hurdles winner, a freshman, CUSA Freshman of the Week. Ran it in a minute 1.89, personal best by 2 seconds. Number 5 in CUSA. And Fort Wayne, Indiana native.
How about it? Shout it out.
Yeah, I was looking around Fort Wayne. I was like, man, that'd be a fun place to go. They got like a nice zoo, got a lot of historical stuff going on there.
It's a great vacation
Yeah,
spot.
exactly. Like, you know, I guess you kind of think of Fort Wayne in that you don't really need forts anymore, but like it was a fort at one point.
True.
So I kind of want to take a little trip out there and see what's going on.
Check out the fort. Yeah,
exactly.
Say it again. Adele
Slaughterback.
Yes. Going to be hearing a lot from her here in the near future. Right? All right, cool. Well, let's go from warm to not Nick Barone.
No, not
we're going with another baseball guy.
Yeah,
here.
we are. And this is a hot moment.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain more in a second. It's that bomb by Kyle Vidston, that home run, second one of the year. Yeah. But you kind of felt like in this moment, like he should have taken the monkey off his back and thrown it, beaten it with the bat, just hammered it down because, if he gets going, watch out. All of a sudden, you've got another tremendous bat in this lineup. Like, again, coming in the transfer portal, everybody's like,
he's one of the best catchers in the conference last year at Western Kentucky.
Absolute stud. You're like, Vidson's going to be an everyday player. Unfortunately, things have not gone the way I'm sure he would have expected, but all of a sudden he's showing some life. Had a home run the next day as well. So if Kyle can get going again, watch out. Another weapon to work with for Coach LaCroix.
What's that video where the guy's like, somebody's getting his swagger back. You know the one I'm talking about? Yeah, that's Kyle Vidston right now.
Right.
He's getting his swagger back, and that's going to be a big help for the Flames here down the stretch.
Love to see it.
Finally, in Fuego this week, who we got?
All right, softball. And again, Danny Lee. Okay, so like everybody, it's so hard. Warm on Fuego now is really difficult because I feel like I can pick multiple in Fuego.
People don't understand how hard your job is.
It is. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh man, who do I choose? All right, but Danny Lee, freshman on the softball team. This young lady, a 9-game hit streak at one point, was hitting over 400 well into the season. So, I had some defensive hiccups early on in the year, has really settled into that role at third base, in the outfield now, is doing much better, and is just hitting the cover off the ball. Like, sometimes you want to see those freshmen come in, hit the ball hard. This is one, I'm not saying it's really hard to put somebody in Rachel Roop shoes, but like, I feel like you have a Rachel Roopish, a Roople. You have a Roople right here that this young lady, I think, has the ability to hit the ball well, hit it with power. And again, just a freshman and seeing what she's been able to do at the plate and how comfortable she is. She already seems like a veteran at the plate and in the outfield. I think Liberty has a special one in her.
Yeah, and you mentioned the outfield. She's playing out of position out there. Yeah. They just wanted to get her bat in the lineup. Right. So she's kind of to learn that on the fly, which I'm sure has been a tough transition at times. But man, that bat will play.
Yes.
It will absolutely play. All right, Rhett, appreciate it as always. Emily, we'll send it back over to you.
Thanks, guys. Well, homecoming weekend is always a special time on the mountain, especially for those who will be inducted into the Liberty Athletics Hall of Fame. The class of 2026 includes 7 new members representing a wide variety of sports. Let's start off by recognizing David Benham of baseball. He was a 4-year standout behind the plate in the late 1990s. Benham was a 3-time Big South All-Conference honoree and was drafted in the 12th round by the Boston Red Sox, where he played 4 seasons of minor league ball. For football, we have kicker Matt Bevins, who played from 2008 to 2011. He still holds the program record for points scored, field goals, and field goal percentage. He helped the Flames win 3 straight Big South Conference titles, and he's still on the mountain working with the Flames Club today. Let's stay on the gridiron. Donald Smith was a dominant player who earned All-America honors with 231 career tackles. The cornerback still holds the school record with 8 forced fumbles, 4 blocked field goals, and 7 blocked kicks. Matt, why don't you jump in here on this?
Yeah, I would love to. You know, Liberty Golf's Chase Marinell, another Hall of Famer. He was the Big South Freshman of the Year in 2011, helping the Flames win their first Big South title. Marinell finished his career with a 73.04 stroke average, a mark that ranked second best in school history when he graduated. From track and field, Brandon Hoskins. As a freshman in 2005, he became Liberty's first D1 national qualifier in the heptathlon. By the end of his career, he would become a 5-time NCAA qualifier, the most of any multi-event athlete in program history. Hoskins still holds the program record in the decathlon, and his heptathlon record stood for a decade.
Let's continue with Aggie Maroney of field hockey. She became the first player in program history to earn All-America First Team honors, which she landed on twice in her career. She was the Big East Offensive Player of the Year in 2018 after setting program single-season records with 26 goals and 66 points. And last but surely not least, Avery Worley of women's basketball. She played from 2008 to 2012 and finished her career as Liberty's all-time career leader in rebounding. Listen to these numbers. The center still holds the program record in total rebounds, 1,282, offensive rebounds, 524, and defensive rebounds, 758. She helped LU win 3 Big South titles and was named the Big South Defensive Player of the Year in 2011 and went on to have a great WNBA career. Congratulations to all of those inductees. Looking forward to celebrating them more with multiple ceremonies in the fall.
Well, our next story is about someone who may well be in the Hall of Fame one day, former field hockey star Bethany Dykema. She helped lead Liberty to historic heights during her time as a Lady Flame, and after she graduated, the defender continued her field hockey career on the biggest stage with the U.S. women's national team. Though she's experienced some highs and lows at that level, as you'll see, she's leaned on her faith through it all.
My goals when I first started playing were just to play as much as possible.
It's a nice give and go. Shot, score! And the Flames, Bethany Dykema.
Beth, just the first thing you got to think about of her is her intensity.
It's stopped out in front that time by Bethany Dykema.
I have no problem diving for a ball.
Bethany Dykema, a great save. Add that defensive save to the resume.
I think I just like to do the hard work. I'm not a super flashy player. I'm in the circle and I'm playing defense. Like, that's kind of where I thrive. I want to get the ball from you and I don't want you to score. My goal was just to be the best athlete I could be, best teammate I could be there.
She is taken down at the top of the circle.
Dykema went low.
Bethany Dykema would leave the Liberty field hockey team better than she found it by helping to lead the team to the school's first national championship appearance in 2021.
In front, the shot, score, Liberty wins it. The Flames are heading to the national championship game.
But while most field hockey careers end after college, God would open another door for the All-American defender on the U.S. national team.
Once she kind of put herself in a position to be seen by the national team coaches, I wasn't surprised by any means.
It became very apparent watching Liberty that she's a really good athlete and that she's really physical in her play, and she brings a real edge, which I really love.
Bethany would become the first Flame to don the stars and stripes for the U.S. senior national team, getting her first action in 2023. She was living a dream until an injury threatened to change everything.
I just felt a pop, heard a pop, and went down, and I'm a pretty tough player, And I can usually get myself up. I've had black eye, stitches, literally you name it. And I kind of knew in that moment that something wasn't right. I remember sitting on the turf in Oman and just like holding my knee up. And I was like, what does this mean? Am I gonna get cut from the team? Like, what does this look like? I literally have just joined the team and I just got hurt. So it's all these emotions of like, this is it. This is the last time I'll ever play field hockey again.
But those doubts would quickly be erased.
It meant a lot to me to have David. He texted me right away and was like, do not worry about anything. Like, we will take care of you and like, we're gonna get it figured out. So I think, you know, from sitting on the field thinking what in the world is gonna happen to me to then like seeing a text from your head coach who you barely know. Like I was maybe a month into the team, say like, don't worry about a thing. Like, we're gonna take care of you. It'll be okay. I think that meant a lot to me and it made me feel very like I belonged here.
My thoughts about her potential to impact on this team didn't change whether she was injured or not. And when I brought her in, it was never about bringing a player in who was ready. It was about the attributes that she brings that we could refine to make her into a world-class player. And that has never changed just because she's been injured.
With almost 2 years away from a competitive match, Bethany would spend that time gaining valuable perspective about the game and about life.
My time away from hockey, I think, was the most learning I've had in my life. God was really teaching me what joy looks like and that it's not circumstantial. It's not based on like success or accolades. It's truly on Jesus, and that's something that never changes and never will change. And I think it's still hard. Like, everyone wants to play, everyone wants to be on the field, but I think for me, because I know it can be taken away so easily by an injury, I think every opportunity, even practice, to be on the field and to do what I love to do, just training with these girls every day like brings me a lot of joy. And I think that's something that you have to love, is that day in and day out. If you don't love that, like, this is not the environment for you.
In January of 2026, Bethany would make her long-awaited return, joining her team in the Three Nations tournament.
I think the moment we were playing Japan where I was fully back, it was emotional for me. I think I remember singing the national anthem and just like being alongside my teammates and just feeling like this is right where I need to be, and whatever happens, happens, and I just need to like go out here and do my best. When I step on the field, I am representing first Jesus. I want to represent him well in everything I do, and that includes field hockey. That for me is a form of worship. I also am representing my family. Hockey is a big thing to us, and I know they're all super proud of me. And then of course, Liberty. I represent those three things, and obviously like the girls next to me that are on the field, like I want to make them look good and represent them really well.
3, 1, 2, 3, go!
If I had only played one game for the women's national team and for the United States, I think that would have been enough for me. And I would have been proud of myself regardless. I would have been proud of like what I represented and who I became through my injury. I'm obviously going to strive to, make rosters and get myself in a position where I'm on the field as much as possible and push my own personal level. I think that's what it's all about at the international level. How can you push yourself?
And it's 2 in the space for a matter of seconds for the United States, who turn a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead in the blink of an eye.
Thanks to our Donald Scott for that great piece. Bethany Dykema, what an impact she made during her time here on the mountain. Super happy for her playing for the U.S. women's national team. What a great accomplishment.
That is a big deal. Yeah, really proud of her. All right, hey, we are out of time. As always, any stories you might have missed, you know where to go, libertyflamecentral.com.
And what do you do every Monday morning? I hope you watch and listen to the Flame Central podcast presented by Ortho Virginia. Like I said, we drop a new episode each and every Monday.
All right, don't forget Saturday, the Flames Football Spring Showcase. We will see you there. Make sure you show up at Williams Stadium for that. For Emily, I'm Matt. Thank you so much for watching this week. We'll see you right back here next time.